Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Can everybody hear me? Warning: the following video is made for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Alright everybody, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker patch 6.2. Last time, oh yeah, warning, spoilers ahead for patch 6.2. Last time we entered into the 13th, into the Void, and we met the Void Scent that Xenos used to have, who we are now calling Zero. And after some weird stuff with our crystal happened, it awoke the previous form that she used to have. We essentially learned a lot about this place and stuff. We destroyed one of the fiends, and now we're on our way to destroy the second fiend, which is the Fiend of Wind, Barbaricia. How the fuck you say that name? So before we get started, if you guys enjoy what you see here today, feel free to leave a follow here on Twitch, like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitter to stay up to date if I want to go live next. Let's get started. Now, last time we left off, we had a duty to face, so let's get started. Less than 5 minutes, that's how I like it. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, that's just my fan. I'm just blowing it for now while while we're waiting, essentially. She just walked right through me. Yeah, I was... Already done. Alright. Let's see how this is gonna go. I have seen nothing of what's going to happen in this fight, pretty much. Oh boy, here we go. And also I can announce that we are officially ready to enter Pandemonium today as well. Let's take on all the bosses if we wanted to. It's just a matter of timing. Empress of the Winds, Barbaricia. Let's get this shit started.
Come, give yourselves to my scouring winds that I may feast upon your essence.
Alright. Let's go!
Such rich, exquisite ether. My head shimmers with anticipation.
Alright, let's see. How is this fight gonna go down? Summon Bahamut.
On your
Savage Barbarity. Seems like everybody here already knows what they're doing. Which is good for me, because that means I can just follow their example. The fuck is that? Okay, that time I didn't see where the hell the damage was coming from, so that was my bad. Oh god, the second healer needs to get back up.
My legs are as the wind. Strong and free.
Oh boy. This shit is hard, that's for sure. Alright, let's see. Oh, fuck. Run. God damn it. The new mechanics, I do have to say, are moving a little bit too fast for me to react to them. See? Like, it's too fast for you to do anything. Don't actually... How? What? I'm confused. How did that kill me? My bad, guys. Sorry. I'm acting like a fucking idiot. Get this head chopped off completely. Oh god.
You feel it too, do you not? You've done well to last this long.
I guess I avoided a mechanic somehow.
But
Thank
the
God.
battle has only just begun.
Oh, phase 2, I guess? Looks like she's covered herself in her own hair. It's gross. Oh, that looks bad.
I'll slaughter you all. Dodge this if you can.
Thank you.
I'll make it.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Don't underestimate me. Feel my fury! Know your place.
It's just add the to that. Oh, I got myself stuck in mechanic, whatever it is that I'm stuck in. Oh, fuck. Got me stuck in that shit again.
Be gone from my sight!
Oh, please.
Be insolent!
Oh boy. I'm doing it. Why do I jump?
Don't underestimate me.
Hairspray. That's the name of that move.
Feel my fury!
Almost dead.
Know your place.
I'm alive. And
No.
she's dead.
I will not be denied!
Get fucked. Yes! Alright then, I guess we got just the closing parts of the
There's
patch
still time.
left.
With more of the dragon's ether, I can yet...
You're finished.
Let's go, Zero.
Damn it all!
Yes! Looks like you won't be bothering us again for a while.
I see you've bested Barbaricia. Well done.
It's 2 Archfiends down.
Her minions too are all crystallized or scattered. The day is ours.
What of my sister? Tell me you learned something about Ashdaya.
Nope, unfortunately.
So the Archfiend and her crystal yielded not.
Our efforts have not been entirely fruitless. We have deprived your sister's captor of another powerful champion. With Zero, we may yet challenge Golbez and his minions.
Although I think getting
Indeed.
this
We
will...
could not have come this far without your aid. Thank you, Zero.
I but fulfilled my part of the bargain. And now I will have my...
What's happening? Oh, fuck. She alright?
Her ether is nearly spent. Perhaps unsurprising given how much power she used.
Oh yeah, we've deprived her of a lot of
I
power
wouldn't
for
want
one
to
day.
face another Archfiend without her. We should hurry back to Zero's domain.
Agreed. Eager though I am to continue, it would be unwise to risk our lives for the sake of haste.
Yes, that is true.
Let us suspend the mission and tend to Zero.
Though Zero remains unconscious, she appears otherwise fine, and so far as I can discern at any rate, being part Voidsent, her physiology may be rather different from ours. Let us observe her for a while as we discuss our next move. Ah, Zem's crystal, okay. How long do you suppose she will remain this way? I haven't the faintest inkling, nor can I say whether the ether we can afford to share will be enough to awaken her. 'Twould be best to take her back with us to the source. There she would be guaranteed all she requires. Zero cannot give her consent, but it seems we have no choice. The alternative would be to leave her here defenseless. Should she later desire it, we can bring her home. Fair enough. Makes sense. Orin, might I ask you to hold on to Barbaricia's memory? It may yet serve a purpose. Oh, what happened to her? You have business with Zero? We have a newcomer, a former minion of Barbaricia. Let her know when she wakes, will you? Barbaricia's minion. Why not go and find this newcomer, so we have something to tell Zero, if nothing else? Indeed. May I trouble you to join me, Orin? With good luck we might learn something of Golbez. Alright, fine. It says return from the void, so that means that the mission's wrapping up. You're the ones who felled Barbaricia. I won't make trouble. I'll obey, so please let me stay. If you would obey, then tell me all you know of Golbez. There isn't much I can tell. Only the Archfiends are allowed into his domain wherever it is. None but they know. I see. No better way to guard oneself than keeping one's location secret. How does Golbez communicate with his minions of field? He has these scepters, staves, whatever they are. He uses them to talk to those far away. Nothing like Link Pro, at least in function. That will be all. My thanks for your cooperation. My thanks to you as well for affording me the time. I am satisfied, so let us rejoin the others and head home. Really? That's it? That's all you needed? I trust you understand that once we leave the 13th, we will not return until we are prepared to resume our search. Knowing this, are you ready to depart? I mean, that's fine. There's not really much to do here. It's not like there are side quests or anything. If there were, then I'd have more of an issue. Back to Troya, then, and head thence home. Off we go. I wonder what Golbez's plan is. Like, what the fuck does he want here? You know? I just don't understand. Stola, and Esteem, carrying 0, and 2 times.
Ah, you're all safe. Thank the sisters.
A moment while I close the gate. There. We may rest easy for now.
Great.
Was there any trouble? I expect some void scent slipped through.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A few did, aye. But we were ready and dealt with them without incident.
That is well. I cannot thank you enough for your vigilance.
Yes, you're grateful. But aren't you forgetting something more important?
Oh?
You know, the polite but warm formalities one delights in hearing when their little brother returns from a long journey.
I don't know if you can still call him little brother.
Indeed, you are right. It is good to be home again, among those who I love dearly and missed so much.
Yep.
And we are glad to receive you, Varshan. Welcome home.
Chambers have been prepared for your use at Megaduta. Let us take Zero there at once.
Yeah, I'm sure that they're gonna have questions. Master Dusuke, we have been expecting you. If you would follow me, I will show you to the guest chambers.
Our mission took many an unexpected turn.
Yep,
I am relieved that we have all returned safely.
I am too.
But before you all enjoy the rest you have earned 12 times over, I would consult you on one last matter.
And that would be?
Zero.
Oh, yeah.
While she appears none the worse for wear, she remains locked in slumber, and I cannot help but worry. Is there aught we can do to expedite her recovery? If her ether is exhausted, perhaps I can share some of mine now.
I don't think you'll need to.
In the wastelands of the 13th, one can only replenish ether by taking it from others, be it by trade or by force.
Yep.
In contrast, the source is rich in ambient ether. Simply being here and drawing breath, Zero will absorb what she needs.
Yep, that is true.
Then we need but wait.
I believe so. She will awaken in time, and when she does, give her something to eat. Judging by her form, she should also be able to derive nourishment from food.
That's true.
I know you promised her your ether, but perhaps she might appreciate fine Harnish cuisine more.
Maybe.
Food can certainly be arranged.
She looks like any other person. Unsurprising, perhaps, given that she is only part void sent.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot that she is part void sent, part human.
Zero said before that Xenos had altered her essence. A change wrought, I suspect, with the power of darkness. It acted upon the part of her that is void sent, rendering it dominant. Thus, we were able to reverse it with the power of light.
That is true.
I labor to believe that Xenos possessed such arcane knowledge. In all likelihood, it came from Fandaniel.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Were Zero wholly void sent, I doubt the crystal would have had an effect on her. One might say that Hydaelyn had a hand in your meeting.
Yeah, I have a feeling that this is a version of Azem.
Tis no exaggeration to say that Zero has proven herself invaluable. A boon from Hydaelyn herself. Her cooperation may come at a price, but whatever it is, I am willing to pay it. Exhausting though it may be at times.
Okay. I don't know why I'm doing the food buff thing when we don't need it right now. If I may excuse myself, I wish to pay a visit to the High Crucible. While the scales functioned admirably, it would be prudent to have them inspected for signs of degradation. By all means, I shall do the same for this vessel. Then I'll go and meet with the soldiers, share with them what I learned fighting Voidson in the 13th. What of you, my friend? Have you any immediate plans? How did you know about my island game? Truly, had I known you had such an interest, I might have entrusted you with the development of our nearby isles to attract visitors. At any rate, should you be in no hurry, might I trouble you with a small task first? I wish to have food ready for Zero when she awakens, you see. Would you be willing to go to Mareed's Mehane and ask for suitable refreshments? Yeah, I could do that. Excellent. In the meantime, Nadana shall watch over Zero. She is already en route. Let us each then tend to our respective business and reconvene anon. Alright, where's Mayreed? Ah. At Mayreed's Mayhem. Mesdames? Or does it actually say Mayhem? Mayhane. None of the above. I feel like an idiot now. Now this place. Welcome to Mayreed's Mayhane. Please make yourself comfortable. What? A guest of the Satrap has collapsed from hunger. Of course I would be happy to help. You need only tell me what you desire. Ah yes, that would be perfect for someone coming out of a long slumber. Please take these apples with you then. They've just come in and I can guarantee their freshness. Afterwards, once your guest feels better, she's welcome to sample whatever else we can provide. Just let me know. Huh. Oh, I guess she's gonna wake up. Yep.
Light. Is this an inn? What happened? How did I get here?
Hello.
There's no time. I must rejoin the battle. I must...
What is she talking about? What battle?
Oh, you're awake! Wonderful!
Oh my god.
Ah!
What is this? Some sort of fiend?
A fiend? Where is it? Where?
Oh shit.
But this is no time for jokes. You're in the source, my dear. The world next door. So to speak. The others brought you here after you collapsed. I'll fetch them at once. Wait, just a moment.
Is she just gonna stare at it?
I took the liberty of arranging refreshments. I hope you find them as flavorful as they are invigorating.
This isn't what you promised. I suppose ether is ether.
Yeah.
Wait. Don't tell me you don't know how to eat?
Oh god, Nadana.
I took what I needed from it. What's the problem?
Where's the enjoyment in that? You're supposed to bite, to chew, to savor, and then swallow. That's the way. So, did it taste good?
I don't know.
I don't think she's ever tasted anything before, so I don't think she knows.
The long years
how to
without
describe
eating
it.
may have dulled your sense of taste.
Well, we void scent have no need for such when consuming others. There are some who speak of taste when describing the quality and affinity of their prey's ether,
Oh.
but I loathe the act. Taking ether in small amounts like this is one thing, but diluting my essence, diminishing myself, I'd sooner die. And I have died, countless times.
Oh yeah, that's gotta be weird.
You have? But what happens when you do?
Not much. After a while, you return, together with all your expended life force. The important thing is to die where others won't devour you.
Amazing! My peers who study immortality and resurrection would be most interested in this phenomenon.
I
The
wouldn't tell them
question
about
of
this.
taste aside, I am glad that you are able to partake of food like us. I dare say it agrees with your personal preferences.
That's true. You can keep giving me the same on a regular basis.
Very well. As my guest, I shall see that you do not want for comfort. And one other thing. We brought you to our world without your consent, and for that, I apologize.
Oh wait a minute, he's back in his old
If you
forms,
wish it,
like
we will return you to yours once you have regained your strength.
It's fine. I have no reason to go back. Except for yours, perhaps.
yeah.
You intend to cross over again, I take it.
I do. I have yet to find my sister.
Yep.
I want nothing more than to rush to her aid, to find this Golbez and free her from his clutches, if he still holds her captive.
Though if our recent experience has taught us anything,
It seems
it
like
is that
he
the
does.
13th is more
have her.
dangerous than we ever imagined. Caution must be our watchword.
Yep. Agreed.
Better late than never. In the short time you spent in our world, you left a trail of chaos in your wake. You managed to return in one piece this time. But don't assume you'll be so lucky the next.
Oh yeah, I can imagine that the next time that we go through that portal, it's gonna be a lot more difficult.
Rest assured, we will make no assumptions and spare no preparation. Speaking of which, while we rest and ready ourselves, I ask that you tell me more about your home. In return, I will tell you about ours. I will show you my domain, Radzet Han.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Again, a stranger in this strange land. I have a condition. You must come too.
Do I have to come? Fine.
You have my thanks.
This world is brimming with ether. I feel invigorated just standing here in the breeze. Glad am I to hear that. So, is there any place in particular you wish to see? Perhaps where that food came from. Apple, was it? Well, I don't expect I'll collapse again. It would be good to know where I can procure more if necessary. Marid's Mehane it is, then. I shall introduce you to the head waitress. Remind me, do they come with me if I do this? They do. This is the place. The air is different here, and I speak not of the heat. There's a texture to it, a fullness, unlike that of elsewhere. You smell the cooking, I believe. Hannish cuisine is quite fragrant and delicious, I hope you will agree. We could attempt to introduce Zero to May Reed herself, but Mahil is more likely to be available. That's true. Welcome to Marid's Mehane. Greetings, Mahil, and may I introduce you to Zero? She is an esteemed guest, and I ask that you see to her meals during her stay. Ah, yes. Marid has told me all. Please come to us whenever you're hungry. We'll look after you. 'Twas here that Orin obtained the apple. While the palace cooks can prepare whatever you desire, 'tis certainly a quick and convenient food. I'll remember it. Who are the ones there moving their bodies about? Is for some ritual related to eating. The dancers, they move their bodies to bring pleasure to those who are watching. 'Tis a form of entertainment, part of our culture. How needlessly complicated. We voids and prefer simpler pleasures. That may be the way of it now, but your world too must have had such complicated diversions once. I don't remember. Well, let us move on. I propose we visit Belshan Bazaar, where goods the world over may be found. Alright then. I didn't expect to do a sightseeing tour today. Doesn't mean I don't like it. I rarely have explored the Endwalker zones every time that I play this game. What are all these things for? What do you do here? This is a marketplace where people buy and sell goods. This is as early as stays. Rods and Hans has served as a trading hub, and here you'll find not only loyal products but wares from distant lands. I should mention that the vendors generally only accept payment in coin or tombstones. If there is aught you desire, I shall take care of it. So that's what tombstones are for. Void sent returned with them on occasion, but I never knew their purpose. They struck me as useless trinkets, and I couldn't understand your obsession with them. On that subject, there appeared to be no shops in the 13th. Do you never make bargains in which possessions are exchanged? We do, but rarely. We strike bargains when we want something done. If we desire an object, we kill whoever has it. I see. Our bargains may be likened to employment, I believe. I shall bear this in mind. With that, let us continue on. I propose we head to the High Crucible of Alchemia. I was in here earlier. Because if you don't know, I was blocked off from doing the... Oh, I guess I have to go outside. Because they decided not to... This is actually where we started the episode. Hey, I remember this place. But yeah, I had actually come here because I realized, oh wait a minute, I don't have this place synced up yet. On the network. Everywhere else was synced up but this place. At least from what I noticed, this was the only place left. Why, Master Vritra, how may we serve you this evening? If you're here for your vessel, I'm afraid we're still tending to it. No, there is no rush. Pray take as much time as you require, and I know that I have complete faith in your work. The High Crucible is home to the finest alchemists. They are the ones who created my bodies and can provide you with healing as well. Now that I think on it, you weren't at all surprised when I changed forms. Were you aware of my nature from the start, that I was a soul occupying a vessel not my own? It's hardly uncommon in our world. When given the chance, many shed their bodies to claim stronger ones. Oh, you must be the rumored guest. We've been most eager to meet you. If you have a moment, would you care to stay for some tea? The sisters know we'd love to hear tales. No, I've had enough food for now. Can always obtain more without the need for inane chatter. Now, no need to decline outright. I dare say you are tired, so let us save it for another time and return to Megaduta. If aught catches your eye en route, do not hesitate to say so. I do find the music in this place to be very entertaining. I'll put it that way. I'm very curious to see how they're going to do the whole Hildebrand thing, by the way, with the weapons. Some sort of fruit. Pitiful things, though. I'd imagine you'd need to eat a lot to derive any satisfaction. These are mulberry trees. While the fruits are indeed edible, more important are the leaves, which we feed to silkworms. Without the creatures, we wouldn't have the silk to make our famous Thavnerian weave. Furthermore, the bark of the tree also possesses medicinal properties. You would be hard-pressed to find a more useful plant. Is that so? Aside from food, I wouldn't have considered any other purpose for it. Master Vritra and Orin, too. If it isn't young Mayrod, and that must be your sister Yasira? Oh, God. Is all well at the orphanage? Yes, Your Excellency, the other children are very nice and we all look out for one another. Oh, just the other day, Estinian came to see us. Everyone was really excited. Surely Estinian paid you a visit. That as well. Is she a new friend? Friend, you know what that is? What, you mean you don't? She's a visitor from a faraway land, you see, and is still unfamiliar with our language. Then we'll teach you. A friend is someone you like to play with. Play with. Zeno seemed to be enjoying himself when he fought you. Is that the same thing? Yeah, sure. Well, more or less, yeah. He enjoyed that a lot. I see, but is having someone to play with so fulfilling? I still do not understand why. Why he traversed the great expanse, why he risked life and limb for you. But I waste energy dwelling on such things. I am not Xenos. I stand to gain nothing by knowing his heart. I'm sorry I couldn't explain it well. There's no need to apologize. The fault is not yours, but mine for failing to make sense of your words. Well, we had better get back to our errand. Goodbye, it was nice meeting you. Bye-bye. You are an enigma, Zero. Through Xenos, I had thought I understood the ways of your world, but the more I learn of it, the more I realize how little I actually know. It's all so strange, your behavior and your reasons. I find myself baffled at every turn, but the feeling is not unwelcome. I'm learning bit by bit. It was the right decision to join you. To join you. Yeah. Can't speak. I believe Zero's time here has been rewarding, and 'twas in no small part due to your company. My thanks for agreeing to join us. Come, let us return to Megaduta. Yes, let us return. Ah, well, this must be the end of the thing, because it has the name of the actual patch.
So, what are your impressions of Radzatan?
There's a lot of mortals.
Yes.
Considering your origin, I can see why that might be your first observation. Though they would call each other people, I think.
That's true.
If you wish to know about our fair city, I should be glad to place a guide at your disposal.
No need. I'll show myself around. There's only so much about my home I can share with you in return, after all. While I remember some few tales of the past, I cannot speak to their authenticity. But if that is enough, then I will tell you of the events that saw darkness engulf our world. The Contra Memoria.
Yeah, I would like to know about that. It's been mentioned a little bit. And we know the Ascians had
We are
something
all
to do with it.
ears. Please.
I'm curious to hear
Long
what
ago,
she has to say about it.
light filled the world and all was at peace. But then the servants of darkness came, and they bequeathed a black art unto men. Channeling the power of hope and prayer, one could call forth fearsome beings known as Eidolons.
Eidolons.
The Ascians. And these Eidolons are surely primals.
Interesting.
Then you have faced the same, and understand that when an Eidolon is birthed, strife follows. And in such strife, the weak are the first to suffer.
Yes, definitely.
When it seemed the world would be plunged into chaos, heroes appeared. They who were blessed with a singular power. The power to bind the ether of Eidolons within crystals known as Memoria.
Oh, so that's what you are.
My mother was one such Memoriate. But in fighting to save many, she herself was touched by darkness. As was I.
And so you were born part void sent, before the world was overcome.
Interesting.
How exactly did that calamity come to pass? Did the Memoriates not triumph?
They did. They expunged the seeds of
Oh, they
chaos
did.
and restored the peace. Only to find themselves seduced by the darkness they had sealed.
Oh.
They spread the taint, transforming men into monsters, what you call void sent, and raised armies to wage new wars.
Oh.
Not
Maybe
the
that's
first to
what
be
his plan
corrupted by
is.
power, nor the last.
Some defied temptation and held fast to the light. My mother and I among them. For years and years we fought, but it was not enough. And when our strength was spent, our bulwarks broken, so too was the world.
The flood of darkness.
The stars faded from the heavens as a pall black as pitch enveloped creation. Darkness raged unchecked, rending the very walls of reality. I was cast into the rift, and there trapped for what felt like an eternity,
So how'd you get out?
until I came upon a crack,
Ooh.
tiny, infinitesimal, but enough for me to squeeze through. And find my world changed beyond recognition, into the lightless waste you saw.
Ah.
So that is how you were able to escape becoming a void sent in full.
Interesting.
I suppose I should consider myself fortunate. Were I like most others, I wouldn't have lasted a day before being devoured. We, the lost, are better equipped to survive in a lost world.
Huh.
A lost world, you say? I wouldn't be so sure. The 13th is still there, is it not?
Oh my god, we're not planning to...
What are you getting at?
To explain requires that we initiate you into the truth of the source and its reflections. Be warned that this will take a while.
Yeah,
Then, unlike the worlds that have been rejoined, mine still...
Yep.
The Oracle of Light prevented the first from being completely overcome. So the situation may not be completely identical to that of your 13th. But the fact remains that we were able to restore a measure of balance to a world brought to the brink of destruction. After which, some intrepid young souls succeeded in restoring life back to lands thought lost to light.
True.
Which gives me cause to hope the day may yet come when life springs forth anew in the 13th. Of course, these are only possibilities. I offer no guarantees.
Yeah, I don't know if anything could happen there.
But having experienced what we have, I dare say we are more qualified than most to speak on the matter.
That's for sure.
Wait, I don't understand. Why would you say these things? As if you mean to... But the sole reason you came to the Void was...
To
Yeah.
find a dragon, aye. And in light of what we've seen, we'd be fools to strive for more.
And yet we're pretty much fools.
But we scions, former scions, begging your pardon, have a habit of not leaving well enough alone. And old
that is
habits
very
die
true.
hard, don't they, my friend?
Restoring the light would serve our efforts to find and free Ashdaya. There is no reason not to try.
Do as you will. I have no desire to save that world.
Really?
Be that as it may, we will have need of your power when next we face Void Scent.
You know how it works. If you want my help, you must pay my price. And now that you've drawn Golbez's attention, it's going to cost you more. A lot more.
Oof.
I will consider this a deposit.
A deposit? Though our time in the void was short, we managed to ascertain that my sister yet lives, and it cannot be overstated how fortunate we are to have met Zero. But the greater blessing is nevertheless you, my friend, for your encouragement to embark upon my search anew, and your help in overcoming the challenges thus far. What is that? Golbez and his minions will seek to stymie our efforts, of this we can be sure, but with you all at my side, I have confidence that we will succeed, that we will find and liberate my sister, and then we shall return home together. Let's see, what do I want? That might be helpful. Yep. Elsewhere indeed. Here's Golbez.
First Scarmiglione, and now Barbariccia. Useless, the both of them.
'Twas no lie. They conspire with a Memoriat.
And their search for the dragon will lead them here.
Yep.
The war looms nigh.
What
We
war?
cannot allow these interlopers to interfere.
If I may, my lord, I have a plan to eliminate them. In order to guarantee success, however, I will require Cagnazzo's cooperation.
Is that the water ones?
Now there's sport to be had, then I'll play along. As much as I dislike following your lead, I have no patience for screaming.
He's got a very interesting voice.
Well and good to have confidence, but do not forget the cost of failure.
Rest assured, I will see the dream to fruition. Even should I be consumed by my own flames, I will pave the way for one and all.
Yep.
Then I will trust in your oath and your plan.
We will give you cause to rejoice, my lord. This I vow.
So then we'll be taking care of both of them by the end of next patch, probably?
I'm excited for
Within the next 2 patches? And I guess the search would be on for Golbez. Just what is Golbez?
No sacrifice is too great. Even should my 4 archfiends be lost, I will not halt my steps.
Yeah, whatever this guy is trying to do. Oh?
The prison of passivity is an obstacle to my cause, and so you must fall.
Who the hell is that?
What
It looks like a
irony
Bastion.
that the blessed damned should set us free.
The hell did he just do?
As I swore so long ago. The gate lies open. At long last, my ambition shall be fulfilled!
Who is he? That's my question. Even realms long lost to dark may find in memory's rebirth's spark. Huh. Into the light. All right. Let's get rid of some of this materia that I won't need. All right, let's get to work. Now, I believe that the place that we went for... Yeah, I think it was... Was it Aporia? Or the Hamlet, I can't remember where. In Labyrinthos that it was. That we got the quest for, Pandemonium. It has been like... January? January. Ah, I think I'm right. Look at this. Look at this. I'm completely right. Yep. Alright, Claudian. Oh, that doesn't look creepy at all. An unwelcome visitor. Time to start Pandemonium. Orin, I've made a breakthrough after uncountable days and nights. I finally hearkened to the crystal's whispers, and I must say... Professor Claudian, where are your manners? While I understand all too well your enthusiasm, I must remind you that even the most academically inclined prefer a composed recounting of events. Ah, yes, of course, my apologies, Orin. Being consumed by my research for so long, I'm afraid I've quite forgotten how to engage in civilized conversation. Ahem, in that case, perhaps we should start from the beginning, with the crystals set adrift upon the ethereal tides containing the memories of a party yet unknown. They cried out for deliverance from Pandemonium, where the ancients kept volatile creations under lock and key. You yourself witnessed the power devouring the facility from within, and the advent of a divine monstrosity wrought of mythic beast and powerful mage. Fortunately, your martial prowess and the combined magical talents of your companions Themis and Erechthonios was sufficient to restore to the circles of Asphodelos. Yeah, we already know this. Yeah, that's the issue. Since he returned to us, we worked tirelessly to discern the nature of the crystal. In the process, I detected an anomalous etheric signature, which I believe arose from the memory stored within. Analysis pattern suggested a feeling of loss or yearning, specifically yearning to be made whole, and indeed, ambient rings have revealed a faint but identical signature. This can only mean that yet another such crystal exists in our time. So, my friend, I must depart to search for it forthwith. By tracing the matching etheric signature to its source, I believe it will be a simple matter to find our crystal's twin. Professor, will this expedition be carried out only by us, or will Orin grace us with his protection? I'm afraid he has more pressing matters to attend to, my dear Rui Synod, namely to seek out the secrets which lie nestled within Pandemonium, where this all began. From all that we have heard, it appears that time traversal from the crystal tower is not fluid. That is to say, one can but travel in predetermined intervals. It would be prudent to check in on occasion in case there are any unanticipated changes. As for you, my loyal assistants, I would ask you to remain here and continue cataloging the ancient creations. You can't mean, do you intend to search for the crystal on your own? Why yes, that would be the most efficient use of resources, would it not? In fact, I have already commissioned a ship and pilot for that very purpose. I trust you to take good care of the laboratory in my absence. Wait, you're just gonna leave your assistants here without... Okay. Any warning, I guess. I apologize for that somewhat abrupt departure. When process is in sight, Professor Claudian tends to become blind to all else. Indeed, and he has been worse than usual. While I cannot fault him for his excitement, I do wish he would spare a thought for those around him. For reasons unknown, the crystal seems loath to be overheard. Much as it spoke only to you last time, none but the professor has been able to capture its ethereal yearning, which has served only to convince him that he can solve this puzzle on his own. Moving on. Surely after some time alone, he'll come to remember how valuable we are. The search for this crystal seemed to be a simple enough matter. Let him have this adventure, and upon his return I'm certain he'll be back to his usual self. As for you, Orin, it would maybe best to return to Pandemonium, as Professor Claudian suggested. Speaking of which, I did have a request of my own to make. Traveling to Pandemonium requires you to pass through Elpis, correct? There's something I would have you investigate in my stead. While those creations confined within Pandemonium are considered to be failures, I doubt that there's a whole story. Barring exceptional cases, they must have been under observation in Elpis before being consigned to their shackles, and if we know anything about the Ancients, it's that they would have kept through thorough records of the results. Brilliant. Delving into these records may shed light on creatures Orin has yet to encounter, if your theory proves correct, that is. While there are no guarantees, it certainly beats the current strategy of rushing forward blindly with only the strength to carry the day. For your own sake as well as ours, please unearth what information you can. Got it. Okay, going back to Elpis, I guess. Yep, going to Oikos. I wonder if one day we'll be able to explore more of these types of areas in the world unsundered. I mean, why would they have that title card be there unless if they plan to have us explore more of it? Maybe one day we'll figure that out if they want to do that. You seek records of Pandemonium's creations. Master Themis has just finished perusing the very same. I should not be surprised that we both arrived at the same conclusion. Luckily, I have saved you the trouble and gleaned what information I could. So you know each other. I was dreading having to once again scour the archives, but perhaps instead I'll rest for a spell. If there's nothing else, I shall take my leave. As should we, for I have undone the warding sigil blocking the entrance to Abyssos. I came here merely to chase an idle suspicion while awaiting a return. Fortunately, while Pandemonium's protective wards continue to be assailed by our unknown foe, there have been no fluctuations so great as to make me doubt Eric Thonius' capacity to keep watch over Asphodelos while I'm away. He works diligently to master Interment, that he might deliver the creations back to their cages by his own hand. I thought it best to give him time to hone his craft. And since fate has brought us both here, I would ask you to accompany me while I attend to another matter, more idle suspicions that I would like to chase down. Rest assured, it should not take long. I simply have a few questions to ask an acquaintance of mine. Come, he has agreed to meet us near the Naos to Pandemonium. Gosh, I love this place. I'm curious to see what's gonna lie ahead in Pandemonium. Now, I believe that we have, like, 8 circles this time to deal with. Can I just say that those lights kind of look like lighthouses? Which I think is what they're meant to be, but I could be wrong. Alright then. As I have pondered our expedition into Pandemonium, I could not help but be mystified by how strongly the warders we encountered felt for La Habrea, whether it be for good or ill. Hesperos and Ericthonios were two sides of the same coin. The former looked to his mentor with absolute devotion, while the latter looked to his father with bald hatred. Yeah? I would not expect a familiar such as you to understand this, but such extreme emotions towards a single individual are quite rare indeed. Naturally, I feel gratitude towards my mother and father, yet we are all equals in the larger picture of the star. This view is not unique to myself. It is more or less accepted as the way of things. By contrast, the researchers of Pandemonium seem to view La Habrea with a feeling approaching obsession. Whether driven by love or hate, they have all been drawn to him. There were many other aspects of the facility's particulars I found troubling besides. I decided the best course of action would be to go straight to the source and pose my questions to a member of the Words of La Habrea. My apologies to have kept you waiting, Master Themis. I understand you are conducting an investigation of Pandemonium and wish to know of its origins. Indeed, in particular, I wish to know why exactly Pandemonium was built directly under Elpis. Interesting question. The facility is overseen by the wards of La Habrea, after all. Why keep it so close to Elpis, whose governing body has no say in its day-to-day operations? At first I thought it to be simply a matter of convenience. Those creations which were deemed failures by the researchers of Elpis could be easily ushered into their new homes. Imagine my surprise when a trip to the archives revealed that many of the creations were sent from organizations beyond Elpis, including from the Words of La Habrea themselves. Given this, albeit limited information, I cannot but feel that the academia and Nider would have been a more fitting locale. What does Elpis have that cannot be found there? These are fitting questions and ones we have asked ourselves many times in recent years. Alas, the nature of Pandemonium's construction does not lend itself to relocation. When first it was built, circumstances weren't as they are now. As you surmised, the majority of the creations kept within Pandemonium were sent from Elpis. Yet as the years passed, interests changed. Failures in creations deemed too flawed even to submit to Elpis paradoxically drew the attention of Pandemonium's researchers. Ah. That is quite the change, and in fact it almost runs counter to the facility's original purpose. Who is it that decides which creations will be the subject of research? Master La Habrea. Such authority is reserved for the chief keyword, and he has taken it upon himself to step into that role. So if Pandemonium's resources were being misused, it would be under La Habrea's authority, correct? I know not what you're suggesting, but the keywords also hold some sway within the facility. Not even Master La Habrea would be free from their scrutiny. They are duty-bound to report any irregularities as soon as possible, although I admit as of late their communication has been somewhat sporadic. We but recently received a report from one of the keywords stating that all is well within Pandemonium's halls. Really, and you are certain that a keyword sent it? Yes, of course. Our communications suffered a temporary obstruction, but I can assure you the words did their due diligence in confirming the identity of the sender. Thank you. This information will be helpful to my investigation. That will be all for my prying. And I shall take my leave. While you are yet permitted to conduct your investigation freely, I must remind you the warder's work is delicate, and it would be remiss to disturb them for longer than necessary. All is well, a blatant lie, and to that we can both attest. One of the remaining keywords is most certainly in league with the party behind this. Let us hurry. I know not why our adversary sent that report, but 'tis plain that we must return to Pandemonium with haste. Probably not to make the other words panic. That's just my guess. don't need to read that. It's just simply saying the same shit. Ah, this place still looks as crazy as ever. Looks like he's getting better. Not quite. I've traced these sigils countless times, yet still I lack the strength to maintain the spell. Now time works against me. I can no longer be victim to my own ineptitude. What? Who goes there? What the hell is that? There's something to be admired in such single-minded effort, even if your methods leaves much to be desired. You allow this familiar to catch you unawares. Have you set your sights so high as to forget you walk upon the earth? I know this creature, familiar with the Phoenix, but that monster is locked away. That it is, in spite of the trouble that I went to in freeing it, I might add. Begrudge me for addressing you in this ill-fitting form if you must, but with control of Asphodelos wrested from my grasp, 'tis the best I can offer you. Hide if you will, but mark my words, I will find you and make you pay for the chaos you've sown. Now, there is no need for such hostility. A calm heart stays the course. The wisdom of La Habrea, your father. And how would you know what wisdom he speaks? I have heard those words many times, the scolding of a tutor whose students struggled to grasp the most rudimentary lessons, seething with disgust. No. I've not told that to anyone, not even keyword Hesperos. That can only mean one thing. That still you insist on mocking me. Stop this farce, La Habrea. At last you move to keep up. Pity that you remain behind, nevertheless. What? As ever you are, always you fail to learn, fail to understand, fail to act. And though fate deigned to offer an escape, you remain here. You are bereft of magical prowess and common sense both. But you need not despair. Dull though you may be, you are yet indispensable to Pandemonium's great experiment. There's the affection I remember. Tell me, did I ever once measure up to your expectations? You shall. Take pride in that and rejoice to see your wish fulfilled. What? What wish? Come and all shall be revealed. All this rage, this hatred is for but a consequence of ignorance. Our desires align more than you know. What are you? Uninvited guests join our reunion. It seems fortune no longer favors you. Do you think I have any interest in listening to your prattle, let alone bowing to your will? I'm no longer a child, and my faith lies with those who have earned it. So these are the heroes who brought Hesperos low, even as power divine flowed through his veins. Just plain they are worthier subjects to contend with. I think I know who's saying, oh yeah, everything's fine, don't worry. I think I know who's saying that. It's straight up La Habrea himself. Thank you. If you had shown up even a moment later, I shudder to think what would have become of me. There's something I must tell you. I know who's behind this. There's but one person who can hold thrall over familiar creation and keyword alike. And so there can be but one conclusion. La Habrea was the driving force behind this cast from the start. There is logic to that. There are few with the wherewithal to even consider experimentation on such a scale, let alone the capacity to create demigods from man and beast with the rest of us none the wiser. Considering the magnitude of his work with convocation and the words, his relatively minor role as chief keyword comes under little scrutiny, even as it provides him the authority to wield dangerous magics. It may serve as veil and mantle both. Still, I find the notion hard to accept. The misdeeds perpetrated here could not have been done by the library I know. You have met him, yes? Do you think he is capable of this? Yes. Yes, I do. Is he? So you believe La Habrea to be a man of few scruples if it brings his goals closer in reach? That alone should be enough, but let me assure you, La Habrea holds nothing so dear as his own ambition. While he may not be one to let emotion stand in his way of his mission, I cannot believe there are no depths to which he would not stoop. Although we met but briefly, the impression he left on me stands in stark contrast to your evaluation. Though his methods are ever unorthodox, they seem guided by a firm understanding of what is just. There's one way to find out for certain. We delve deeper into Pandemonium and pull back the curtain on this mystery ourselves. A wise course. I would not deny the truth if I saw it with my own eyes, even if it was discomfiting to behold. Then we must move forward with no excessive caution. La Habrea, or whoever is behind this, is likely to spread their tentacles into every corner of Pandemonium. We can safely assume the other keywords won't greet us with open arms. Agreed, let us make our way through Abyssos one careful step at a time. I shall stay by Erechthonios' side in case our enemies think to target him again. Could I trouble you to take the vanguard? Okay, thank you. As a precaution, I shall safeguard you with a simple spell. This will ensure that even should we become separated, my phantom warriors will still come to your aid. If it does come to battle, the keywords magic will put us at a disadvantage once again. Fifth circle. Now luckily, we won't have any trouble trying to fight the rest. I'm joking, we probably will have trouble fighting the rest, but we won't have trouble getting into the rest. That's what I should have said. What the hell? The fuck? Well, welcome to the fifth circle. We've just straight up been transported into one of the cages. Proto-carbuncle. Well, that's a look. Alright, boys, let's go. guessing this isn't their first time doing this. Oh yeah, this is definitely not their first time doing this. I chose the right place to hang out. Go too fucking crazy. Come on, do it. What's happening? What is he doing? Oh shit, the ring's changing. Okay, great, cool. How do I deal with this? Alright, we're already halfway through the fight. Already more than halfway through. It's funny because I'm using his own ancestor to kill him. There's an irony there. The fuck is that? Okay, to be fair, I wasn't exactly sure what the hell was going on there, so... Okay, and also to be fair, I didn't expect that was going to cause that. I should have, but I didn't. Oh, just really in time. Fight isn't that bad. It does make me wonder though what the savage version of this would look like. I don't know if I want to know what that looks like. Okay then. And then I'll, I guess I'm passing on everything else. That's how it works. I get one piece per fight. Which is fine by me. So this is where research is conducted on creations imbued with poisons and venoms. Eric Thonios and I were conveyed not far from here. It seems our foe is finding it more difficult to surprise us. Fortunately for you, since they appear particularly keen to see you dispatched as quickly as possible. Even alone, you are forced to be reckoned with. Part of me is glad you emerged victorious, that I might observe you further. Laha Berea. Were the circumstances different, I might thank you for keeping my son alive for this long, but I believe we can forego introductions unless I have misread you. Passably perceptive. Yes, I am Laha Berea of the Convocation of 14. If you truly are who you claim to be, then answer this question. That can wait. Oh, what is this? Oh, shit. Now this is curious. The trap I wove at your feet reacts to ether, but you remain unaffected. Such thin ether in an unfamiliar composition besides. It is of no matter, I suppose. A more direct approach will beget the same results. I would advise you to think carefully before deciding your next action. Strike me down here, and Eric Thonios' wishes shall remain unfulfilled. Never again shall he meet Athena. Mother, you would dare hide behind her name? Listen, well, Eric Thonios, we are of the same mind concerning your mother. You have your allies for protection, so what harm is there in hearing me out? Ericthonios, wait. There is a question I must needs ask first. If you truly are La Habrea, why speak such blatant lies? Bitter in defeat, are we? Say my name. A simple request. Themis, was it? A trifle soon forgotten, as are you. I have my answer. The La Habrea that I knew took pride in the convocation would never suffer its denigration. You sully his station with this farce. Themis, what are you saying? La Habrea and I hardly saw eye to eye, but I know his voice when I hear it. Indeed, he makes a passing fine imitation in appearance and manner. However, the real La Habrea would never call me by the name Themis. Oh my god, what is happening? What trouble have you gotten yourself into, Elidibus? Imposter, you have no right to claim that form, that mask. What? Who? Twas a mask that sickened me to wear. The mask of La Habrea, a man who values his position above all, who would murder his own wife in pursuit of duty. Yet you would assume my name and wield powers that are mine by right? Any worth you may have hinges on that which you so dispute. Such trite provocations, I will not be goaded into finishing this ere my work is done. Ericthonios, listen well, I am Hephaestus, and it is I whom you should call father. What in the name of creation? We would do well not to stand idle while our enemy is about. I believe an explanation is in order, Elidibus. Let us return to safety so you may provide it. Oh, that sounds more like the La Habrea I know. I am so confused right now. What is happening? Before we depart, however, I must offer you an apology. As La Habrea said, I am Elidibus, one of the convocation and emissary of their will. For reasons which do not involve you, it was necessary to hide my identity while investigating this place. Still, that hardly excuses my deception. I had a feeling. Your perceptiveness does not surprise me. When the time comes, it shall make my explanation all the easier to understand. In any case, we have pressing matters to attend to. Let us do as Allah Habrea suggested and return to the gates. We could speak there. I didn't think that he was already, please help him, save him. As you are aware of by now, I am known as Elidibus. After my dear friend Azam and I detected irregularities and pandemonium, we decided the best course of action would be to hide my station as I conducted my investigation. I'm sure La Habrea as well is eager to find out why I hid who I was, so I shall save that story for later. First, I would like to speak of you, my friend. Although neither Azam nor I had ever met you in the flesh, you came with his high recommendation. That alone was enough for me to accept you as an ally without question. That somewhere in the world, a guiding star so similar to himself was out there amused Azam to no end. There was not a shade of doubt in his heart that you would be a formidable ally. Furthermore, I have heard stories that Mistress Fana, who held the position of Azam previously, journeyed with a familiar much like yourself. That made the decision to trust you all the easier. She too now dons the white robes of an advisor. If she placed her absolute faith in you, I knew I would be in capable hands. Where though I was of the path you walked, I had no interest in exposing you. I merely wanted to meet you, to travel by your side for a while. I may know but a small portion of your whole story, but if that is enough for me to believe you would never lead me astray, I wanted to tell you that. And I can't do shit because of that. Great. Of course this is how it ends. Okay. What the hell is going on? I don't know how long it's been since we last spoke La Habre, and truth be told I had hoped we never would again. But I see now that I was a fool to think I would ever escape your meddling. Just what is that thing that called himself La Habre, and why is he the spitting image of your younger self? I find it hard to believe you've only just found out such a being was wreaking havoc in Pandemonium. Did you think matters would simply sort themselves out? I suppose you deserve at least a cursory explanation. I was well aware of the anomalies occurring within Pandemonium, including the fact that Azem and Elidibus had taken it upon themselves to investigate. I saw no reason to insert myself into the situation for a time, that was. Imagine my surprise when instead of a formal report from you and yours, I received a communication from one of the keywords stating that research and operations were proceeding as usual. While Hephaestus' deception was almost childish in its simplicity, it became plain to me that your grasp on the situation was slipping. So you knew of his existence from the beginning. I can hardly imagine that you would suffer another to masquerade as one of the convocation without good reason, at least. As you well know, the name La Habre is but a marker of my station. 'Tis not the name I was born with. Hephaestus has claimed that for himself. I cannot fault him for that, as he is my other half in a manner of speaking. He knows all that I know, my equal in every way. Yet within his heart is naught but greed, envy, and desire, all the emotions that we are loath to acknowledge within ourselves. If what you say is true, what purpose would such a being serve? He is a production of experimentation gone awry, a reminder of the days when I was yet young and reckless. I thought him sealed away for good, but it seems time has a way of unearthing the shame we bury. When he spoke of my mother, he looked at you with his venom in his eyes, blamed you for her death. Tell me, was he right to do so? His words were but the ramblings of a tortured mind. The hatred and despair he endures has warped his view of the world irreparably. And now that he has awakened, he must be put to rest. If he succeeds in breaching Pandemonium's protective wards, he shall invite disaster onto our star. As chief keyword of Pandemonium, it is my duty to decide the proper course of action. As such, I declare that all research shall be summarily abandoned and the facility destroyed. Really? What? You would leave the other warders to their doom? 'Tis a choice befitting La Habrea. Do you disagree? You speak of duty, and ours is to guide our star and its inhabitants upon the correct course. It is no surprise that you would choose annihilation of Pandemonium if its existence posed even the remotest risk to our people. Yet as you can see by our Chthonios' response, the decision is somewhat more nuanced than that. Azem and I grappled with this conundrum for some time, in fact. That is precisely why I chose to involve myself directly. 'Twas the only way I could truly determine the best solution. And you need not trouble yourself with that further. The chief keyword must prevent the worst from occurring, no matter the cost. Your feelings, Elidibus, are of no consequence. Have you taken even a moment to consider another path? No, you've spared nary a thought for aught but yourself and your duty. You have no idea that the trials we endure, the foes that Orin has stood against. Orin, is it? A being of such ether as I have never seen. What are you? He's the guiding star that shall lead us safely through this. Thanks to his stout arm and Steadfast courage, we have subdued the mythic creations and returned them to their cells. Speaking of which, I would hear your opinion, Orin. As outsiders, we are in a unique position to look upon circumstances with our vision unclouded by attachment. Agreed. We still know next to nothing about Hephaestus, and I highly doubt La Habrea has been forthcoming with the truth. But we've managed to regain control of Asphodelos. He must be made to see that there's merit in continuing on this path. I have it. Speaking in your official capacity as Litibus the Emissary, judge which approach is more sound, and even La Habrea would be compelled to listen. As Litibus, I am duty-bound to assess the matter from a position of impartiality. My opinion as Themis can carry no weight. You understand what that means, yes? I do. Even so, you've walked with us all this time, seen what we've seen. Based on that alone, I trust that you'll find the best way forward. Very well, then in my capacity as emissary, I shall state my judgment. At present, there are merits both in destroying Pandemonium outright and in taking time to rescue its researchers, and neither is yet an impossible task. Therefore, I judge the most measured choice would be to continue upon our present course. We delve into Abyssos, interring any mythic creations we encounter along the way. Okay. You have yet to witness Orin's might and Erechthonios' resolve. I would ask that you see our capabilities firsthand and only then decide if our endeavor is futile. If such is the will of the emissary, then I shall obey. However, if indeed I find your strength to be lacking, I trust there will be no objections to the immediate destruction of Pandemonium. You needn't worry about that. We won't fail. You are bolder than I remember. And you're even more tedious than I remember. Orin, come find me when you're finished. Erechthonius is understandably frustrated, but if we are to conquer Abyssos, we must go forth with clear heads. Pray lend an ear to his troubles, that their weight might be lightened. Okay then, we got quite the family dilemma going on here. You do have my gratitude, ill-fitted as I am to show it at the moment. Without your words to sway him, La Habrea would have carried out his plan without a second thought. Yep. When at first we realized the creations had slipped their bonds, the other keywords did all their power to restore order. Even though they could have chosen escape, they remained to rescue their allies. I am certain not a soul among them would wish to see this facility erased from the world, and they don't deserve to be abandoned simply for carrying out their duty. And besides, Hephaestos' secrets yet untold, secrets that would be buried if Pandemonium were reduced to rubble. I mean to uncover the truth behind his words, the truth of my mother. While La Habrea was quick to dismiss his claims, I failed to see what Hephaestos would gain by fabricating such a story. All I was told of my mother's death was that she perished in an accident. No one would say more. It was almost as if they feared saying more, in fact. Even if it was not La Habrea that dealt the fatal blow, we've seen with our own eyes how quickly he can condemn others to die. I only wish to know what befell her. What do you think, Orin? Does the La Habrea you know have any regard for the life of others, or will he carry out his duty with another's blood on his hands? Yeah, I have no idea what he might be like in this age. This age, just... Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Shit. This age, just how long has it been since last you met? Regardless, I'd like you to try and view him as he is now. Another opinion would be much appreciated. But it is plain there is much to consider. Thank you, Orin. It's easy for me to get carried away by emotion when he's concerned. We should focus on the task at hand, proving to La Brea that we're capable of saving Pandemonium and its keepers. The most convincing way... Okay, yeah, we know that. Alright. Let's speak with La Brea. This is gonna be awkward. It's like, hi, you may or may not have tried to kill me in the future past weird time travel shenanigans that have gone on in this game. Ericthonios appears to have a deep trust in you, and Elidibus tells me you share some relation to Azem. Your unusual ether does not mark you as a familiar. It is unlike anything I have seen, even among the countless concepts I have observed. To think that I would encounter an existence I would not create by my own hand, Azem never ceases to surprise. The previous Azem was much the same. In taking the entirety of the star into consideration, she came to hold dear emotions in people that a more logical mind would have discarded. This made her act in her own self-interest more often than not. Just as you and Elidibus have conducted yourselves in this matter, the true danger of Azem's nature is his tendency to infect all those he comes into contact with. Really? Then aren't you infected? Emet said much the same. Trust that I shall do naught that would violate my duty. And yet you so frivolously invoked your authority as emissary to justify this little excursion. It matters little, however. Only your deeds can speak for you now. You wish to know more of Abyssos, I take it. Although I no longer have control over many of its functions, I can yet sense what creatures lie within. I sense no creations of note. Perhaps they have been made into fodder for experimentation, or perhaps they have been transferred to the deeper circles. Yet Hephaestus would never allow you safe passage. He has left a trial for you to overcome. I speak of hegemony, keyword of Abyssos. Although her presence is stained with marks of corruption, it is unmistakable. I knew her as a woman gifted in magic and blessed with highly logical mind. While I can sense those qualities within her still, there is something else at work. How's it going, Skyro? Good to see you. Again, man, and thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll save her from whatever the hell that is. Your allies make you bold, Ericthonios. I very much look forward to seeing how far they carry you. Can you guys, like, talk to each other, please? You're making the room very uncomfortable. Alright, the sixth circle. It shouldn't take that long for people to join, since we literally just... we're in a group with people that we're trying to kill this thing. Although, then again, that has been several minutes ago. Never mind, okay, I'm right. So what are we in for now, huh? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Come on, what do we got? Oh. That's a pretty simple design right there. Hegemony. There's lyrics to this song. Alright, who's ready to go? Looks like we're all ready to go. Alright, come on. Good luck with the wood. What's the wood? But thank you, Munich, I appreciate it. You wish him good luck. Where am I putting this? Oh god, what the fuck is on me? It's a nightmare. Oh god, guys, get out of the way! That's gross. That's so fucking gross. Jesus. Okay, okay, okay. What the hell is this? Oh. Right, oh. Not moving fast. I should have figured that out, obviously. It was like, duh. Oh, wait a minute, this is the song that I heard in the trailer. I'm just realizing. Guys, get out of the way, please. Thank you. Now fuck off. Stupid parasite. Catastrophe, and then this is seriously something out of my worst nightmares. Oh, I didn't understand what was going on there. Bahamut. was stupid. I'm not gonna die now that was stupid. That was fucking terrible idea. I'll go over here. Yeah, you ain't getting me this time. Oh, fuck. I'm one of the last people alive. Oh, thank God I got one of the healers. Oh God, I'm the last fighter alive. Oh God, I gotta somehow stay in this. Oh, well that's... Alright, you know what? Let's see what these guys are saying. Yeah, this is what I call stupidity at its finest. What is the other tank doing? Oh, we weren't supposed to stay in those... Oh, okay, so we weren't supposed to stay in those areas. I was right to do that then. What is our other tank doing? Why are they just standing there? Did they just leave? I shouldn't have been standing there. Okay, that was... That was stupid of me. Not gonna lie. There, now nobody gets hurt. Problem solved. I understand what the problem was, is that I went into one of those AoEs, I wasn't supposed to do that. Just follow the circle. Okay, we're good. Phoenix, come on out. Really? During my Phoenix phase? Are you serious, dude? I don't get money leaves, you know. You done there? Looks like you are. Okay, I still got hit by that. I don't know what happened. Why are we missing a tank? Why did the other tank decide to die? Oh, okay. It redirects you to where you need to go. Okay, that's what the issue was, that we got caught up in that. Oh. Oh, okay. That was a... oh, that's bullshit. He started doing that shit while I was in the middle of... Okay. Wait a minute. Why didn't you... What is going on? Let me look at the chat. What the hell is going on over here? Yeah, I noticed. Like, at the beginning of the battle. So, you gonna explain what we should do? Oh, okay. All right then. All right. Koros Ixo. So this is the one where he goes like that. I'm trying to remember the name of these things so I can deal with them later if I ever decide to do Savage or anything, really. Oh, fuck. Now he's doing it this way, okay. Doing it again. And that's a giant dark AoE. Nice transmission ability. Make sure it goes out the side. Okay. Doing good so far. Let's hope that doesn't change. Oh, I guess that one is gonna change into something else or something. Oh, fuck, I got hit by the first one. No, it's fine. What the fuck am I doing? I did not know that one did that. Good to know, though. You learn by experience. That's what I like to think, but not always say. Use a dark AoE attack that attacks on one person. I'm just noting everything in my head there so I can remember what to do against all of this. Okay, so that's what that does. It's kind of like a swapping mechanic. I think we have to go to a very specific position in order for it to work. Oh yeah, ethereal exchange. That makes sense then. He's doing it again. Alright, here. That's good. Oh no, here it goes again. fuck, he's doing this. What the fuck? What killed me? I'm alive, though. Thank God I am. Oh, boy. Looks like I was standing in the right place, though. Which is lucky for me, not so lucky for anybody else. If they weren't. Alright, it's almost dead. Synergy, what the hell is that? That's new. Wait a minute, you're adding new shape at the end of... Fuck, man, that was a mess. Is this the right way? Oh no, you're not. You're doing this now? You piece of shit. I guess I'm just gonna stay dead over here until you guys are done. Just get off of her. You healers did a good job, that's for sure. Hey, I got enough actually for me to probably get my own helmet, I think, or something. We still have like 3 more layers though. Our plan was a success, although I hardly need to tell you that. Hegemony has been sealed away, and now you have no choice but to admit the merit in our methods. You have the right of it. I am not so petty as to deny the achievements of those I've squabbled with, no matter how strongly we disagree. Moreover, this being, aether as thin as retreating mist, unable to wield creation magics, yet powerful enough to subdue a Hemitheos, has made this ordeal far more interesting. Then we have leave to continue? As for that, there is one among you whose very presence puts the others at risk. It will be best to proceed without him, for a failure would have consequences that reach far beyond pandemonium. And of whom do you speak? A warder who cannot even conduct his duty without aid. In this place, hope alone is not enough to overcome what awaits you. A single misstep will send all to their doom. As long as we each do our part and look to the allies by our side, even a neophyte can upraise his companions. That's something that Orin and Themis taught me. While I do not wish to express any bias, I'm inclined to agree. If my investigation has made anything clear, it is that we are together greater than the sum of our parts. And hope has brought us this far. It drives us to seek the right path and to act before that path lies close to us. Then tell me, what is it you hope for? To see Hephaestus in chains. That's the surest way to prevent further sacrifices. I'm aware that destroying Pandemonium will rid us of him, but the cost is far too great. And I admit, I wish to know how he means to resurrect Athena. And there we have it. You must leave this place at once, and do not think to set foot in Pandemonium again. Wait, what? You are capable, that much is plain, yet Hephaestus cannot be suffered to live, and I shall not allow his talk of resurrection to poison mine or anyone else's mind. Life flows in a cycle, this is known. All souls return to the underworld, and Athena's is no exception. She has likely found a new vessel and a new journey to embark upon. You cannot be ignorant to the folly of Hephaestus' words. Even were he to breathe life into a body, the soul contained within would not be your mother's. What if our knowledge is imperfect? What if Hephaestus has discovered something that no one else has? He knows all that you do, understands the bitter reality of the world. He wouldn't pursue the impossible. Think, Erechthonios. I have already explained that he is merely my twisted reflection. Is it worth bringing back your mother if it means others are used and discarded like tools? Is it worth it to see her once more? Now you measure the worth of your colleagues' lives? What was that foolish braying about saving them? Merely a performance to hide your childish devotion to your mother? Please, such barbs will get us nowhere. We should first discuss... You would call me fool, you who murdered your wife in service of your ambition for the sake of the star, no doubt. I can hear it again, that voice inside my head. I know who to follow, Hephaestus' father. Oh great, you're next. Oh, this is not good. Listen not, Erechthonios. Apologies, you taught me that calm heart stays the course, but I could never even grasp the rudder. So I guess I'm to take him down again then. Hephaestus is cunning despite his warped mind. Whatever took hold of Erechthonios, it made short work of his reason. From the moment he laid eyes upon me, I could sense his hatred and rage simmering below the surface. 'Twas but a matter of time until it spilled forth, and that was when he fell into the spell's embrace. Magic woven with such skill that Erechthonios himself failed to notice until it was too late. If this is the measure of Hephaestus' power, then the other keywords had little chance to resist it. We saw his work during our encounter with Hesperos. Doubtless, Hephaestos' magic fed his admiration and envy until there was room for naught else in his heart. And there was something else besides. Did you not feel the presence of another? I just thought someone was trying to warn Erechthonios, but whom? Could it have been one of the key wards? Alas, their warning arrived too late. I had already provoked Erechthonios past the point of no return. I bear the burden for this failure. In my stubbornness, I could but scorn the boy, and Hephaestos knew that. And now I dread to think of the ordeal that awaits him due to my rashness. There is time yet to save him. We can easily regain control of Abyssos, giving us a firm foothold from which to brave Pandemonium's lowest level. The enemy is within reach. Just as with Hesperos, Erechthonios is in danger of being consumed by Hephaestos' spell. However, I have faith that he will not easily lose sight of himself. The way forward is clear. Laha Brea, pray tell us all you know of what we shall find beyond Abyssos. I can only assume one more keyword lies in wait. The deepest level of Pandemonium is called Tartaros, and your passage shall be challenged not only by a keyword. Hephaestos has laid traps in every corner of its halls. You have no hope of surviving far past the threshold. That, I expect, is where Orin shall shine. His desolate ether should allow him to slip through the traps unimpeded. We saw it when Hephaestos had no effect, and doubtless even he has yet to devise a countermeasure. Then time is of the essence. Hephaestos is already well aware that you can match a keyword in battle. He will not stand idle while you stroll past his other defenses at your leisure. Agreed. However, clarity will be indispensable to our success, and I'm afraid I must insist upon it ere we part. While I understand the very thought of resurrecting the dead is anathema, you act as if grief over her passing should be equally so. How are we to grapple with what plagues our friend and drives our foe if you refuse to acknowledge it? I do acknowledge it. I wish only to spare those that feel it still greater pain. Yeah, this is... How dare you? No, you are right. The blame for Erechthonios' fate rests squarely on my shoulders. Very well, I shall lay bare the truth, but only after the foe before us has been laid low. The remaining keyword is Agdistis. She has served in Pandemonium since its inception, and her affinity for magic is peerless even among the keywords. Hephaestos knows that losing her would mean the end of his experiments. He has hidden her in a space unreachable by conventional means. But your presence makes mockery of such barriers. The scarcity of your ether means it will be trivial to send you directly to Agdistis. Okay, so I guess I gotta kill this one. Alright, 7th circle, here we come. Come on, tank. Is this the last circle that we have available right now? No, there's one more. The fuck? Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. It's literally just a tree at this point. With an eyeball. Okay, what's the triangle mean? Is that supposed to be like, just follow me? Yeah, I think it's just follow me. Where is he? Over there, apparently. Yeah, this guy knows what he's doing. Oh, I get it. Okay. This makes sense. So essentially he's gonna do attacks that involve all three pieces. This person clearly knows what the hell they're doing, and it's really good what they do. Because I wouldn't know. I cannot use this right now. I cannot use this right now. Fuck me. Oh god damn it, I was too slow. How the hell am I supposed to... Oh, okay. I see what you did there. Good job, game. You scared us ahead of time with that. Okay, we're more than halfway. That should... Okay. This was, Alright, now we're back to the stage. Whoa, what the fuck? Where the hell did that come from? Where the hell did... No, they steered me wrong. Fuck. Oh, fuck me. That was my fault, entirely. Go. Almost dead. Let's go! One more left. I don't know if we'll have time for it, but we'll see what we can do. Where's Kynan? You are godsend, Kynan. You get the shit for today. I don't usually do that, but... Rip. The moment Agdistis was slain, the flow of ether and pandemonium focused keenly on this location, creating a tunnel of sorts through which we could quickly convey ourselves. 'Twas almost as if we were ushered here. This space was created with care and concealed with powerful wards. Only a key ward would have been able to detect it, even then with great difficulty. Ergo... If only I could restore Tartarus to order, but I am afraid this is the most I can manage with such power as remains to me. It has been too long, Master Lahabrea. Likewise, keyword Agdistis. I should not be surprised you were able to break free of Hephaestos' spell, even diminished as you were. 'Twas not an easy task, even with your aid. His curses dig into one's heart, creating a storm of emotions that is all too easy to become lost in. Only by chance did a fragment of myself remain, illuminating a path to madness. And thus am I able to appear before you now, even while my body was powerless to resist Hephaestos' commands. Some small part of my logical mind stood alone in defiance. It even managed to speak to the outside world. The report, that was you. Doubtless you recognize my voice from the many times I have called out to you. The hope that those pleas would not fall on deaf ears was all that kept me from succumbing to hopelessness. But I have a greater purpose here than simply saying my farewells. There is something you must know, that the tragedies of the past do not repeat in the present. Forgive me for what I am about to do, Master Lahabrea, but the story must be told. 'Tis the only way to understand Hephaestus' fixation on Erechthonios. Oh boy. No longer cannot you hide your heart away. Hephaestos, no, the mask marks him as Lahabrea. Master Lahabrea had brought an end to Lady Athena's life, and sealed away a part of his memories and emotions within Hephaestos. These are my recollections of the moments following. And you truly have no intention of revealing the truth to Erechthonios. My lesser half is now buried where none can find it. We would be wise to do the same with our memory of this day. Blood should not sway the spirit so. But Athene's teachings have warped the boy. I fear he would see our star burn to keep his mother safe. Erechthonios believes that he feels love, but he's shackled by dependence. He cannot bear the truth. His dependence makes it all the more important to be open with him. He will seek answers about his mother's loss, which shall inevitably lead him to you. Are you willing to accept the blame for Athena's death? Are you willing to accept your son's hatred? If that is what is to what comes to pass, then so be it. Better to be burned with hatred than the knowledge that Athena thought his body and soul mere tools, to be used and discarded. Even were I to tell him that what his mother plotted, he would ever seek reasons to believe that the true fault lies with me, or with him. Should he merely hate me, he will remain unfettered by doubt, free to serve the star far from his parents' shadow. Erechthonius loved his mother more than life itself, and yet, what a dreadful truth you've borne all this time. Such is La Habrea's nature, every action, every word, a solution to life's greater dilemmas, and none to spare for his own. What I have revealed to you is but a small portion of a larger picture. I shall leave it to La Habrea to paint the rest for you, and for Erechthonios, I hope. Thank you, Agdistis. I always admired you, you know. What choice did I have when you sacrificed so much to guide our star to the heavens? So then Athena was secretly the nefarious one. Hephaestus has doubtless sensed that his final keyword has fallen. We should return to the surface before he moves to strike us here. If we are to face him, we must be prepared to bring our full strength to bear. That's a handsome lion? Why, thank you. How are you doing, Munich? Oh, wow, that's... I don't even want to say those words out loud. I see now why you hid the truth from him. I cannot say with certainty. Good luck with the next part. Sounds like I might need it. I cannot say with certainty what Erechthonios could handle the weight of such betrayal after holding his mother on a pedestal for so long. Unfortunately, it seems not even her death has ensured his safety. Hephaestus has taken up Athena's research and succeeded in creating whatever that is. I know not what his ultimate end is, but 'tis plain it is connected with the resurrection of Athena. That knowledge alone is sufficient to direct our next course of action. As for the rest of your story, we shall hear it after we have returned Erechthonios to safety in accordance with Agdistis' last wish. Very well. I can at least assure you that finding him shall prove relatively simple now that Hephaestus can no longer bend pandemonium to his will. The presence I felt when I encountered Hephaestus bore little resemblance to the entity I created. By his own hand, he has become something far more wicked, and the same magics that once shackled him may very well shatter before the power he wields. On my pride as a researcher, I am loath to repeat the same mistake twice. I would not see these events play out again, and so he must be extinguished. Alright, one last one, and since this is the last one, we'll go a little bit over today to do this final part. knows what this is gonna be. But if I were to guess... Erchthonios is the next one that I'm thinking of. Because I did think that I saw him in the trailer again. That we were fighting him, so... Actually, granted, wouldn't this tell me right here? So wait, is La Habrea Hephaestus, or is Hephaestus the previous La Habrea? Oh my god, I'm so confused about that. Alright, last one.
Erchthonios is mine, heart and soul. And with your death, none will be left to stop me.
Oh no, we're straight up facing against Hephaestus. Perfect imperfection. Hey, wait a minute, this song.
Rest eternal in the dark depths of this prison.
This is the Ascian theme that we've been hearing for so long. Like a remix. Oh my god, it's so good.
Vulcan flame my servant's right. Out of my sight! Leave naught but ash in your way! Let sweet sorrow into your heart! I'm tired of this farce!
Reforged Reflection.
You are afraid to be construed.
Oh, thank God I was able to dodge that in time. I noticed the eye right in time. Wait a minute, there's... What the hell? Gorgons. Get it? Wasn't fast enough.
Fulfilled.
No, you won't. The fuck? Excuse me, sir?
You will know my rage.
Oh, I see how it works. Interesting.
Sear flesh from bone.
Yeah, I could really use some people for that. So thank you, guys. The hell? Damn it. Of course it was me that got caught in it.
Let's sink sorrow into your heart. Behold the fruits of sacrifice. You are afraid to be rescued.
Oh god. Yeah, I'd rather just get out of there. Okay, well I got hit a little bit, but that's fine. It wasn't that bad. Beat. I'm dead.
Out of my sight!
Oh fuck me, the healers are dead. Ugh. Come on guys, you got this. It's all up to you.
I shall see my wish fulfilled. Fools praying before a god.
Oh no. Now all that's left is the tank. Oh fuck.
Rest eternal in the dark depths of this prison. Vulcan claim my servant's rights. Out of my sight! Leave naught but ash in your wake. And sink sorrow into your heart.
Okay, I think I messed that one up. I'm pretty sure.
I'm tired of this farce.
Flame Viper.
Behold the fruits of sacrifice. You will know my rage.
Great. It's actually a pretty simple when I think about it.
Perish in flames and race. Go forth and sate your boundless hunger.
Oh shit, I messed that up.
From Vulcan's flame my
I'm sorry, guys.
servants rise. A fitting death. Shall see my wish fulfilled. You are afraid to be consumed.
Oh god.
Sear flesh from bone.
Wait, what? I thought... Okay then. Not what I expected. that blew up. That was my bad. That was my bad.
Out of my sight!
It's almost halfway there.
You will know my rage!
Left. Okay, well that was...
Praying before a god!
I don't know what the hell happened there.
Sate your boundless hunger!
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, that's way too fast.
Blade my servant's rights. Let's seep sorrow into your heart.
Oh, thank God. Smart enough to use that.
Shall see my wish fulfilled.
No, you won't.
You are prey to be consumed.
Thank God I was able to turn away in time.
But ash is your way. I'm tired of this farce.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I wouldn't want to go there. The fuck is that? Crystals.
Fulgent flame my servant's rights. Let's seek sorrow into your heart. Behold the fruits of sacrifice.
We got this again. That way. That way. Oh god. How am I dying to those now? I guess it's just because it's getting more complicated for me. This one.
Molten flame, my servants rise. I'm tired of this farce.
Almost dead.
Shall see my wish fulfilled.
No, you won't.
You are prey to be consumed.
Almost dead. Guys, look away. There you guys go. Alright, I'm finally alive.
Leave not with ash in your way. Let's sink sorrow in
Oh, fuck me. I didn't get out of the way in time. I didn't see it. Well, he's pretty much dead anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Oof. Alright, let's see what the loot is. Ooh. I guess I'll need on that. Ooh, yes. Nice, I got a new minion. I can throw that inside of my island sanctuary now. chain of events that led to this moment began with my error when out of mercy I confined you here. Now I break it and leave no trace of you behind. This is not over. I see will not go peacefully. Even a cast-off would uphold his pride, though such an impulse must speak to the overwhelming arrogance of my other half. The name Hephaestus shall grow to eclipse yours. None shall remember the deeds of La Habrea once I fulfill Athena's ambition and bring Erechthonios' dream to life. You speak as if you care a whit for the boy. Why then do you cower behind him? There are some desires which must not be realized. Athena would see the world destroyed if it meant she could find hers in the ruins. As for Erechthonios, he knows not what his wish would beget, a truth which you have hidden from him. Do you truly believe a father's role is to deceive and manipulate? My wish? You would claim the name Hephaestus and call yourself his father, yet you bind his mind and body in dark chains. Your words and your pride ring hollow. Athena wanted her son by her side, and he desires to return there. What wickedness is there mending a broken family? Athena cared not for Erechthonios beyond how he could serve her ends. You claim to be acting in his interest, but 'tis plain you are no different. As I ushered Athena to her end, I vowed that my sole mission in life would be to guide this star true. In service to that vow, I silenced the whispers in my heart. I could not nurture a son whilst an entire world looked to me for guidance. For that choice, I bear the responsibility. Yet he is still my son, and I will not suffer you to seduce him with false hope, you who are not but the bitter dregs of Athena, and I, the very worst of us. Mother, no, then how do I... Come back to us, man. I hear you. I owe you and Themis an apology. Athena, did you ever? In La Habrea, I will have my say. How? This was his mind was mine. I can't explain. Orin's words reached me through the haze. They rang loud and clear, as did the words of another, in a voice much like yours, but resounding with truth. How? When did you master these bonds? Oh, we've endured much worse. You worthless, you! So then the crystal that they're about to get is, it appears my failures have borne fruit after all. You did well, son. Aww. With Hephaestus' essence contained in this crystal, we may safely return Erechthonius above, that he would bind Hephaestus with only half his senses intact. I feel no trace of Hephaestus' poisoning your mind, for blessing it appears your body is none the worse for wear. I made my way here as soon as I could. I no longer sense Hephaestus, and the force assailing Pandemonium's barriers has ceased. Are we rid of him for good and all? I see. Despite his muddled senses, Erechthonius felt that to seal Hephaestus away was the proper course. It wasn't so noble as that. I only knew something had to be done, so I acted. La Habrea, was that how you dealt with Hephaestus in the past? Indeed, he was not but the parts of my memory and soul that I had cut away. A massive ether without a material vessel. Storing his essence within a crystal was the most logical choice. On that matter, I believe the time has come for you to share the rest of your tale of Hephaestus' creation and Athena's end. I heard your words, but only vaguely, as if from under the surface of a deep pool. My mother wished to use me? I would hear the whole truth. I want to know what happened here, or what drove Athena to act as she did. Yo, Flap, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. How are you doing, my man? I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome in, everybody. I'm quite alright. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm glad to see you. What were you playing tonight? But I'm doing good. I was speedrunning Dust, then swapped off to KH2 Randomizer. Ah, nice, nice. I've never played a randomizer before. Are those any good? But yeah, welcome in everybody. My name is Oranduska Gaming, but I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch, and right now we're playing some Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker. But yeah, thank you again. It's pretty good. What does a randomizer entail? Like that they just randomly like switch things on you, or? My favorite part is using late game tools in early areas. Ah, that's cool. That is actually cool. Although I'm sure that the same applies to enemies and stuff, right? Jeez. So basically all the important items are in different locations? Oh, okay, that's all it is? Alright then, that's simple enough. Alright, let me see. Where was I here? Oh, yeah. Athena's brilliance outshone us all. Even the other members of the Words of La Habrea were as children in comparison. So dedicated to research was she that it was not unheard of her to forget meals or even sleep. Her mind was ever grasping for knowledge, and it was in this endless search that she became obsessed with uncovering the secrets of life. You see, while we can conceive life in various forms, the meaning of creating a soul are beyond our ken. Similarly, though, we can enhance and alter our physical vessels. We have ever been bound to them. Athena's purpose was to shatter these limitations. Such limits are as we were not meant to surpass. She sought to enter the realm of the gods. Scarce few have the ability to comprehend what such can't speak. What such a task entails, let alone the courage to attempt it. For most, the thought would be an idle fancy, considered once and then discarded. Not so for Athena. As leader of the Words of La Habrea, I spoke with her often about transcending our being. From an academic perspective, the challenge has plagued countless researchers through the ages. It was during these musings that I began to formulate a theory. A means by which a person could meld with a creation. The weaknesses of one would be mitigated by the strengths of the other, and the result could be something greater than we have ever imagined. As well as all the skills and level up rewards, the primary goal is to find 3 specific items that unlock the final boss, then beat the final boss. Oh, okay, that's interesting. And is the final boss the same as like the final boss in the regular game, or is it something completely different? Yes, all the encounters are. Though I think an enemy rando is in the works. Oh, all the same. Okay. They're all the same. That's cool. Although it was but a theory, Athena insisted I developed it further, curious about every detail along the way. Our conversations became more frequent, and our platonic relationship grew into something much more. I take it I was born not soon after. Ouch. Just so I believed she bore true affection for me and was blind to her hidden intentions. When pandemonium was built and she requested to lead the researchers, I saw no reason to deny her. Even setting aside our relationship, her accomplishments as a scholar made her the obvious choice. However, in giving her pandemonium, I also gave her free rein to conduct whatsoever experiments she could have devised, and when you found out what she was doing, you killed her. I made haste to pandemonium the moment I learned of these hidden chambers. I left Agdistus to keep watch from Tartaros's vestibule as I ventured deeper, knowing not what would await me. Ugh. I'm tongue-tied today. As for what occurred next, 'tis best to see with your own eyes. Oh, a memory. Is that me? Oh, that's messed up. You are well aware that, out of respect for our neighbors in Elpis, the researchers of Pandemonium are not to be masked. Yet you stand before me with your face covered. What petty defiance is this? What indeed, so quick you are to rebuke me, though you yourself have not set foot in these halls since their inception. You must have known you cannot conceal this from myself and Agdistus forever, as well you know that I cannot allow it to continue. I shall say this but once, release Eric Thonios, else I shall have no choice but to strike you down. I would meet my end at the hands of none other. However, ere my time has come, I will have you know the why of it. Then you will not desist. Once you understand what has driven me this far, you shall see that stopping was never an option. The feelings of one weigh little against the needs of the entire star. Of course, of that I am well aware, but you did not deign to descend from your lofty height simply to lecture me as you would a child. You have an interest in my motivations. What possessed Athena, peerless researcher and mother to the son of the great La Habrea, to embark upon the path to her downfall? History will demand an answer, but it is you who deserves one. Give me your hand, La Habrea, and we shall know one another more deeply than ever before. What is she planning to do? Impossible, you bonded your souls. Aye, that the boundaries between us would cease to be. She offered me everything to be understood. I found myself unable to refuse. At that moment, my mind was a storm of questions, yet one roared the loudest. Did Athena ever truly love me? Oh, that's... Ouch. Yeah, that's... Yeah, this family drama is crazy. Can you feel it? Fathomless desire to dissect the mysteries of life, to transcend our mortal flesh and bleed into an entire plane of existence. An unquenchable thirst for knowledge, not a single thought spared for another, for the star. How disappointing. Yet, what is known cannot be unknown. You have beheld my life's work. Try as you might to excise the memory, the seed of desire remains, and when it takes root, you too shall become consumed by the self-same fervor. I will dig it out. I will dispense with the corruption in my soul ere you run insight spreads. 'Twas my weakness that let this wickedness fester, but never again. Today I cast aside fickle emotion to abide in duty alone. Today I renounce all that I was and live only as La Habrea. Intense that was. That was very intense. Sheesh. Thus did I forsake the part of myself that had been polluted by Athena, sealing within a crystal. Never did I think I would one day face those memories made flesh. Forgive my bluntness, but your actions bordered on insanity. To go to such lengths to escape your memories, you nearly rewrote your very existence. Rest assured, this change did not go unnoticed by our colleagues in the convocation. Iggy Orm and Emmett Selk in particular made plain the suspicions they harbored. As well they should have. That you escaped with your life was nothing short of a miracle. Why didn't you destroy the crystal then and there? Did you think to one day make use of the knowledge it contained? I will not deny such considerations played into my decision, but my main motivation was fear. I had never attempted such a feat before. The crystal was my sole recourse, should something go awry with the remainder of my soul. In hindsight, to cling to it was a mistake born of doubt. Athena must have anticipated that I would resort to such measures and prepared a vessel beforehand that would accept the dregs of my soul. Hephaestus doubtless believed he was performing his duty as a husband and father should, yet in truth he was but a puppet being pulled to and fro by Athena's desires. His goal was not to raise himself high, he thought only of seeing his dear Athena live again, that she might finish what she began. Yet for all of that, he and I were alike. We shared a fatal flaw, you see. Our need for control blinded us to other perspectives. While I was enthralled to Hephaestus, you called out to me. What say you now? Does La Habrea speak true? Yeah, I'd say so. I just want to know one thing. Did you truly believe that hiding the truth was best for me, even knowing how I felt about my mother? The La Habrea I know had a fatal flaw after all. I'm still not convinced. I have said all that I can say. Now it is for you to choose to believe me or not. The La Habrea I know holds duty above all else. I would sooner prostrate myself before an erupting volcano than place my fickle emotions in his path. When you return to the surface, he'll doubtless don that mask once more. So before we climb out of this forsaken pit, I should say... Thank you, Hephaestus. This is sweet. Oh wait, that's right, there's still one more part to this. It ain't over. I'd forgotten I accepted a quest through that. I've heard enough. There's more I would yet discuss, but we should first return to Pandemonium's gates. I'll gather my thoughts on the way. Alright. Let's finish this off. I owe you an apology, Orin. It was due to my own inexperience that Hephaestus was so easily able to take hold of my mind. I also owe you thanks. If you and Themis hadn't chosen to brave the chaos occurring in Pandemonium, then I would have never known La Habrea's story, my father's story. 'Twas a tale I too was fascinated to hear. I very much look forward to speaking with Azim upon my return. I cannot help but wonder how much of this he foresaw. I am afraid I cannot allow that, Elidibus. So long as you retain control of Pandemonium, there is work to be done. But of course, I shall first free the remaining warders and restore this place to its former glory. Using the facilities in Tartaros, we should be able to reverse the changes made to their bodies and minds. I shall stay behind to oversee the process. That is well, but I must yet learn why I was considered the key to Hephaestus' experiments and how he intends to revive Athena. Such questions are best left unanswered. In fact, I forbid the pursuit of that knowledge. The boundary between man and creation shall never again be crossed. And I intend to destroy the crystal containing Hephaestus' essence, that this mistake never again repeats. I see no reason to gainsay your judgment. There is yet the matter of your crystal, however. Truth be told, I had not considered its origin until I saw the one containing Hephaestus' ether. There is another? While imbuing a crystal with memories is a simple process, storing a message, or warning even, would be something altogether more complex. This also means that someone besides the present company and Azem was aware of the plot unfolding within Pandemonium. Then why would they not make themselves known even now? No threat remains. Perhaps it was one of the other warders. We shall question them after they are freed. That task may take some time, a resource I'd rather not steal more from you. Return at your leisure and we will share results then. You've done more than enough for the time being. I'm of the same mind. Leave the loose ends to us and continue upon your journey. If you are so inclined, take a much-needed repose. This talk of journeys smacks of Azam. As well it should. He has pledged to keep moving until he has seen every corner of the world. If you do find yourself with a spare moment, you might bring that crystal of yours to La Habrea. He may be able to offer further insight. Until then, my friend. Okay then. Now we return to where this all began. In Labyrinthos, see how everything turned out. Why, if it isn't Orin, excuse me if I'm not my usual chipper self, but we have not been without our difficulties in your absence. You see, communication with the airship Professor Claudian commissioned for his search was lost some time ago, and now we have quite lost track of where he might be. Oh, really? And to make matters worse, Nemgiji has just sent word of an unusually large amount of energy coming from somewhere within the ethereal sea. I was just on my way to the Aishioscope, in fact. Please, you must come with me. Oh, no. The fuck? Wait, what is that? Is it real? Why is it that whenever danger visits the world, you are never far behind? Oh, hi, I don't know how to explain this. And you two, Professor Claudian's assistants, I take it? As you arrived before me, I take it you are involved in this. I would thank you to furnish me with an explanation. I thought they would have destroyed that place, but apparently it's still alive somehow. Great. Just great. While the research summary you submitted to the forum gave us no cause for concern, these details are alarming. The professor's last message indicated he was on his way to Aziz La, but we know not whether he ever reached his destination. A rash endeavor, even for Claudian, but he has ever allowed the thrill of discovery to cloud his better judgment. We have no recourse but to entreat Ishgar's aid in searching for him. As to that unsightly fortress which materialized in the ethereal sea, pandemonium was it? It cannot be left alone. For the time being, information regarding this matter must be strictly controlled so as to minimize panic. We will gather those with knowledge of the ethereal sea and continue monitoring it for further irregularities. You two submit a detailed report to the forum at once. At present, we have far more questions than answers. Nevertheless, I would ask for your assistance at such a time that our investigation is concluded. Very good. Now, if you will excuse me, I must apprise the forum of what has occurred here. Just when we need him the most, Professor Claudian remains unaccounted for. He even brought the crystal with him. We are left with scarce few straws to grasp at. While I am but a lowly assistant, even I can see that our two current problems are likely related. The same party or phenomenon may be responsible for both. Conversely, I see now that my unexperienced imagination failed to do Pandemonium's pitiless spire's justice. I can only wonder if the facility itself traversed the ages. Did the creations within do the same? What are the key wards? But answers to these questions shall come in time, I'm sure. For now, I must do as Master Fortunato asked and write that report. As for you, Orin, pray get what rest your responsibilities will allow. When next we call upon you, I wager we shall need you in prime condition. Ah, still not enough space? Oh god. What am I getting rid of? Ah, fine. We'll get rid of the fruit worms. Really? How much shit do I... Oh, right. Okay, it's 4. But before we go, I do want to check one more thing. The gear that I have on. Since they did give me... Aha! Ooh, look at that. Looks kind of cool. I like the fire coming out of it. Although I think it covers too much of my face. I don't know. Yeah, it kind of covers a little bit too much of my face. Well, either way, that is going to have to do it for now. For Final Fantasy XIV. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already and you enjoyed what you saw here today, feel free to leave a follow here on Twitch, like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me over on Twitter to stay up to date for when I go live next. Thank you to Flap for rating tonight. I really appreciate it. And you have a great night too, Flap. I appreciate it. Am I pronouncing it right, by the way? Or am I pronouncing it wrong? I don't want to... Flap is correct. Okay. That's good to know. Alright then. I'm going to see if I could raid somebody here really quick, and then we're going to head out. I got somebody. Crimson KB. Who is currently playing FF14 himself. Yeah, I got it right. Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow with some more Shin Megami Tensei 5. And, take care.